Hi, welcome back to Flex Yoga. My name is Daphna. Today we are getting into a really fun floor bow practice. So you're not going to need any props for this practice. If you know that you like to practice with props, then feel free to grab them. Otherwise, no need to worry at all. So floor bow is a challenging posture. It's not necessarily an easy posture. And for me, especially working into deep back bends like floor bow never really came naturally, and it required a lot of my attention and focus and effort. So if you feel like this practice is challenging for you, just make sure that you find the fine line between applying effort and applying force. So while it is an effortful practice, and while it is a practice that requires your strength and your kind of focus, it's not one that is meant to be forceful. So please try to remember that as we move through the practice. At no point should you be struggling to breathe. At no point should you be struggling to kind of hold something because it feels painful. There is a difference between muscle pain because you are working the muscle and pain in a joint or in an area because it simply does not feel good. So I don't live in your body. I can't tell you when that is. Try to start to open up an internal dialogue within yourself so that you can become a little bit more aware of those things for yourself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're starting in a child's pose. So you'll bring your knees nice and wide on the mat, big toes come to touch. We'll reach the arms all the way out in front of us and rest the forehead down onto the mat. And we'll start with a big breath in from the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Nice big breath in from the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. And again, let's take a nice big breath in. And an exhale to let it out. Allow yourself to settle into your child's pose. Allow your hips to soften towards the heels. And allow there to be a gentle kind of pressure on your forehead, encouraging you to settle into the mat a little bit further. Try to remember everything that I kind of mentioned right before we started practicing. Heart opening practices and backbending practices tend to kind of bring up a lot within us. It's not exactly the most comfortable thing to practice always. And so it requires a lot of intention setting, a lot of attention towards yourself, towards your body. So I want to invite you here to give yourself the intention of just opening your heart. Finding a little bit of compassion towards your body and towards your practice. And creating a safe environment within you to allow whatever is to come while you practice to come as it is. Try to let go of expectation of your body and try to release any kind of anticipation that you have of the practice. I've learned through my time on the mat that the more you allow to come, the more comes. The more expectations you set, and the more rigidity that you put around your practice, the more that we will tend to feel stuck in those spaces. So we'll take a deep breath as we start to lift the elbows off the mat, press down into the palms of the hands. Stay for the exhale, just start to feel your arms kind of turn on. With your next inhale, begin to round into the spine. Shift the weight forward through a tabletop position and then slowly lower your hips. Inhale to open into a cobra. Exhale to lower back down and press back into child's pose. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, round through the spine as you move through tabletop, lower the hips. Inhale into cobra. Exhale down and back for child's pose. Really nice. And 1 more time, let's inhale, roll it forward, hips lower. Inhale, cobra pose. And hold here for 3. I like to lead with the crown of the head, so really allow the crown of the head to pull up and back. Another 2. Feel the palms of your hands kind of pulling back as well, like you really want to press your chest forward. And take another inhale. Exhale, slowly come all the way back down to the ground. We'll tuck all 10 toes under as we inhale. Push down with the palms of the hands. Exhale, press up into a high plank and downward facing dog. Good. We'll just start to pedal out through the legs here. One knee bends as the other extends. We'll feel the weight of the body being distributed between the hands and the feet. Really nice. See if you can come into a still down dog here. Inhale for 3-leg dog. The right leg will reach up to the ceiling. Find a flex in the foot, a bend in the knee. Keep the hips squared with the ground. Inhale, kick the heel forward like a scorpion. Look forward. Exhale, round crunch that right knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back into that scorpion kick. Look forward. Exhale, round, point the toes, knee will squeeze into the nose. And 1 more time, inhale, kick the heel back, look forward, scorpion. Exhale, round, squeeze the knee to the nose, point those toes. Step the foot between your hands. Dhanurasana, lower the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, interlace the fingers and turn the palms up. Hug the inner thighs together. Feel like that left knee is pulling forward and the right foot is pulling back. Palms of the hands to the nape of the neck. Inhale, spread the elbows wide. Head hangs in the hammock of the hands as you lift your chest. Exhale, round. Squeeze the elbows towards the right knee. Inhale, press the head back into the hands. Lift the chest. Elbows will really fan out wide. Exhale, round, elbows squeeze to that right knee. And 1 more time, inhale, press the head back, lift your chest. Exhale, round, elbows to that right knee. Inhale, lift and extend the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, release the right arm down alongside the waist. Stretch the left fingers over to the right and breathe into that left hip flexor. The top of the left thigh is feeling a really nice stretch here. We'll take another 2. And we'll take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand and then the right hand will come to frame the right foot. Extend the right leg back in a 3-legged tabletop, both hands underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Reach the left arm forward. Hold your bird dog for 3. Hug the navel into the spine. Push down with the right palm. Another 2. And we'll take another big breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand, crunch the right knee to your nose. Flex the right foot, inhale, kick it high, tiger kick, look up. Exhale, point the toes round and squeeze the knee to your nose. Flex the foot, inhale, kick up high, look up. Exhale, round, squeeze the knee to the nose. Good, with your inhale, kick up. I want you to feel like you're almost like dragging your hands back as you kick the leg up. Ashtanga Namaskara, lower the chest and the chin to the ground. Keep the right leg lifted. See if you can now point your toes and then kick the toes up a little bit higher. We'll take another 2. And let's take one more big breath in. Lower the right knee as you exhale. Inhale, press forward through cobra. Exhale, come all the way down. Beautiful. For Sphinx pose, we'll bring both elbows onto the mat. Square the left forearm with the top of the mat as you bring the palm of the left hand behind the right elbow. Lift your chest, legs are active. Bend into the right knee for half frog. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, reach back and grab for the inner arch of that right foot. Start to pull the right heel down towards the right glute. If it feels possible for you, you can start to kind of spin the right fingers to face in the same direction as the right toes or towards the front of the mat. We'll just take another 2. See if you can squeeze your glutes here. Let's take one more big breath in. Good. Spin the left fingertips to look at the front of the mat now, and just grab a hold of the inner arch of that right foot, half bow. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, kick the right foot into the right hand. Now maybe you float the left foot. Maybe you float the left hand and breathe for 3. Kick right foot into right hand, breathe for 2. Keep lifting left leg, left arm, breathe for an inhale. Exhale, left arm down, left leg down. Release the hold of the right leg. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Feel like you want to drag the arms back, chest lifts. Exhale, come all the way down to your forehead. Palms of the hands underneath your shoulders. Curl all 10 toes under. Inhale. Exhale, high plank, push up. Down dog, press back. We'll take an inhale right here and an exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches up high, 3-legged dog. Keep the hips squared. Flex the left foot, bend the left knee, and breathe here for a moment. Keep both hip bones looking to the ground. Scorpion kick. Inhale, kick the left heel forward, look forward. Exhale, round left knee to nose. Inhale, kick the left heel forward, look forward. Exhale, round that left knee to nose crunch. Inhale, flex the left foot, kick the heel forward, look forward. Exhale, round left knee to nose, hold, and step the foot between your hands. Lower the right knee, untuck the toes, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, arms will stretch all the way up overhead. Exhale and release your fingers, palms of the hands to the nape of the neck. Hug the inner thighs together. That right knee pulls forward, left heel pulls back. Inhale, press the chest up high. Exhale, round elbows, squeeze to the left knee. Inhale, heart presses up high, lift the chest. Exhale, round elbows, squeeze to left knee. One more time, inhale, press the chest up high. Exhale, round elbows, squeeze to left knee. With the next inhale, you'll bring yourself back up through center. Palms of the hands will push up, extend the arms. Exhale, side stretch, lower left arm down along the waist as you reach the right fingers to the left side. Breathe here for 3. Feel through the right side body, top of the right thigh, right hip flexor. We'll take another deep breath in. And exhale, lower the right hand to the inside of the left foot, and then the left hand will help to frame the left foot. Lift and extend the left leg back behind you, setting up for bird dog. Readjust your hands as needed, and then reach the right arm forward. Take a big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Hug the navel to the spine. Really press back with the left leg, push down with the palm of the left hand. Let's take another breath in. Exhale, right hand down, left knee crunches into the nose. Flex the left foot, inhale, kick up in that scorpion shape, look up. Exhale, point the toes, round, crunch the knee to nose. Inhale, flex the foot, kick up. Think of that scorpion shape. Exhale, round, knee to nose. I really want you to use your glute as you kick up high. The leg is active. And then rest your chest and your chin to the ground, Dhanurasana variation. Now point those left toes and push the left leg high. Breathe for 3. Another 2. And 1. Lower the left knee to meet the right, lower left foot, and then slide forward and up into cobra. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful job. Bring both forearms to the ground in that sort of sphinx shape. And then box out the front of the mat with the right forearm as the palm of the right hand will come behind the left elbow. Bend into the left knee. Inhale, reach the left arm up and then reach back to grab the inner edge of the left foot, half frog. Start to pull that left heel in towards the left glute. Square your chest off with the front of the mat, and maybe you spin those left fingers to face the front of the mat as well. And we'll breathe here for 3. Squeeze through the glutes if possible. Breathe for 2. Keep the right leg active. Keep your chest lifted. Let's take one more big breath in. Good. Setting up for half bow. You'll spin the right fingertips to face the front of the room and the right forearm to face the front of the room. And then spin the left fingertips out so that you're just grabbing for the inner arch of that left foot. You'll take an inhale right here. Exhale, kick the left foot into the left hand. Maybe float the right foot off the ground and maybe float the right arm off the ground and breathe for 3. Keep kicking the left foot up and up. Another 2. Keep kicking right arm, right leg. One more inhale. Exhale, right arm down, right leg down, left leg, left arm to the ground. Sphinx pose. I want you to imagine that you are dragging the elbows back. Press the chest forward. Keep your legs active, glutes active. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Really, really nice. Palms of the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck all 10 toes under. We'll take a big breath in. Exhale, press up, high plank, press back, down dog. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. Inhale, right leg reaches up, 3-leg dog. Those same scorpion kicks, flex the right foot. Keep the hips squared. Inhale, kick forward with the heel, look forward. Exhale, point the toes around, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, flex the foot, kick the heel forward, kick your chest forward. Exhale, point the toes around, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, flex the foot, kick forward, forward, forward. Exhale, round, knee to nose, step the foot between your hands. High crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, settle into the lungs. Exhale, settle into the lunge. Take a big breath, reach through the sides of the waist. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, cactus, and drag the arms back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, cactus, and drag back and hold. Pick up the right heel from the ground and breathe for 3. You're on the right tippy toes. Puff your chest up to the ceiling for 2. Beautiful job. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower the right heel, extend the right leg. Take a big breath. Exhale, pyramid pose. Fold over that right leg. You'll take an inhale, find your half lift. Exhale, fold over the right thigh. Inhale, find your half lift. Exhale, fold over the right thigh. Good. And one more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold over the right thigh. We'll stay in that fold for just another breath in, breath out. Good. Left hand stays where it is. Inhale, revolve triangle. Reach the right arm up. Breathe for 3. Find some length in the spine. Keep the right leg active. Pull up on the kneecap. Let's take 2. And one more big breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. You'll open to the left side for the long edge of the mat. Let's take an inhale, find a half lift, tilt the sits bones up. Exhale, grab a hold of your ankles. Pull yourself towards that forward fold. And we'll just breathe here, another 2. And another big breath in. Inhale for your half lift, hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, skandasana or surfer lunge on the left knee. So the left knee will bend as the right leg stays extended. See how low you can get your hips here? If you need to come up onto the left tippy toes, you absolutely can. Typically when we're working on hip mobility or hip opening, I'll really encourage you to keep the bent knees, foot flat. But since here we really want to focus on the lift of the chest, it's okay. You can come down lower if you want to explore that lower kind of range, and you're welcome to come onto those left tippy toes. So we'll take a nice big breath in right here. Stay for the exhale. Really nice. A funky little transition here. So coming into funky wild thing, you'll place the right hand behind you. The fingers will face in the opposite direction of the mat. Drop the right outer edge of the right foot to the ground. Come onto the left tippy toes. Inhale. Lift your chest and breathe for 3. Really work your sits bones up, your hip bones up. Another 2. Lift your chest, open your heart. Let's take another inhale. Exhale. Let's meet back in skandasana. If you first have to sit on the ground, go for it and just transfer your weight over to the left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, easy twist, front of the mat. Left hand will come to the inside of the right foot. Reach that right arm up to the ceiling. Nice deep bend in the right knee. Just as a transition. Look down, inhale to the left thumb. Exhale, side plank. Right foot will stagger in front of or stack atop the left. Hold for 3. Maybe you can look up to the right thumb, 2. And 1. Right hand will come down, high plank, inhale. Exhale, come all the way down to the belly. Beautiful. We're coming into some locust lifts. If you know that you have a tender lower back, bring your feet as wide as the mat. If you don't, you'll bring your feet together. Chin to the ground. Reach your hands back and release the fingers. Let's take a big breath in right here. Exhale, punch the fists back, lift your chest, lift your feet, and breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Try to lift your legs a little higher. 1 more inhale. Exhale, release. Rest right cheek to the mat. Release your arms down and allow your heels to splay to the sides. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Really good. Chin down, feet either together or at hips distance or mat's distance. For our full locust, arms are either in a Y shape or a T shape. The T shape will be a little bit more accessible and the Y shape will be a little bit more difficult. The feet are either at mat's distance or together, and we are lifting everything off the mat. Try to use that cue that I gave you in the beginning of the practice. Try to allow the crown of the head to be the direction of movement. So really try to send your gaze up and back and the crown of your head up and back. Take a big breath in to prepare. Exhale, lift. For 3, 2, 1. And exhale, release the arms back and rest your left cheek onto the mat. Allow your heels to splay to the sides here. Really good. Let's take a big breath in right here. And an exhale out. Really nice. Awesome. Chin down. And now we're coming into what is called half locust. Essentially, the goal is to lift the legs as high as we can. So we'll walk our hands, palms facing down underneath the pelvis. So really tuck your arms underneath your whole entire body here. And again, legs can be wide or together. So you'll take an inhale, the chin is on the mat. Exhale, lift. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Exhale with as much control as possible. Lower it down. Unravel the arms. Rest right cheek onto the mat. Heels splay. We'll take a big breath in. Big breath out. Really good. Forehead to the mat. Palms of the hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck all 10 toes under. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, push up plank. Downward facing dog. Really nice. Good. Finishing up here before our floor bows. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the ceiling. Bend into the knee, keep the hips squared. Inhale, kick forward, scorpion, look forward. Exhale, round crunch, left knee to nose. Inhale, kick forward, look forward. Exhale, round, crunch the knee to your nose. Inhale, kick forward, look forward. Exhale, crunch, knee to nose, hold. Step the foot between your hands. High crescent lunge. Inhale right here. Exhale, cactus into your arms. Inhale, stretch and reach forward. Exhale, drag the cactus all the way back. Inhale, reach forward, extend forward. Exhale, drag the cactus back. Come onto those left tippy toes and breathe for 3. The left heel is off the ground. Puff your chest up to the ceiling for 2. Can you lift that left heel a little higher? Inhale. Exhale, left heel to the ground. Straighten off the left leg. Fold forward, a pyramid fold. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We'll stay in the fold. Another breath in. Another breath out. Another breath in, breath out. Good. Revolve triangle. Right hand stays where it is. Inhale, extend left arm up to the ceiling and breathe for 3. Try to look up to the left thumb. Another 2. Stay active with the left leg. Wrap the left hip back. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand, wide-legged forward fold. Open up to the right long edge of the mat. For Prasarita C, you'll inhale, extend the arms out to the sides. Exhale, interlace and clasp the palms behind your back. You'll take an inhale here. Exhale, fold. Allow the weight of the arms to pull the torso a little further down. Feel the opening in the shoulders and the neck. We'll take another 2. And another big breath in. Inhale for a half lift. Release your hands to the lower back and then the ground. Exhale, Skandasana on the right knee. So the right knee will bend this time. Come as low as is available to you. Palms of the hands will collect at your heart center and we'll breathe here. Another 2. Good. That same reminder, you can keep the right heel off the ground here and we'll take another inhale for that funky wild thing. Left hand will come behind the left leg. Left fingers will face away from the mat. Drop to the outer edge of the left foot. Come onto the right tippy toes. Pick up your hips off the ground and breathe for 3. Squeeze the glutes. Press your hip bones to the ceiling. Another 2. Lift, lift, lift through your chest. Press your heart back. Another inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. If you need to, sit on the ground first before you transition back into Skandasana. And then come into your easy twist, front of the mat. Shift the weight back into the left foot, right hand inside of left foot. Inhale, reach left arm up. Nice deep bend in that left knee. Let's take a big inhale right here. Exhale, just as a transition, look down. Side plank. Left foot steps back to stagger in front of the right or stack atop the right. We'll breathe here for 3. Maybe you can look up. Another 2. Cinch the right side waist and inhale. Exhale, left hand down. And we'll bring it all the way to the ground. Really nice. We will take 2 rounds of Dhanurasana, floor bow. Chin to the mat. Bend both knees. Grab for the outer edges of the feet. The thumbs face down, the arms are neutral. Take an inhale right here. Try to allow the gaze and the crown of the head to lead the back bend. The legs are going to be actively pressing up the whole entire time. So again, to prepare, let's inhale. Exhale, kick, 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 breathe. 3, kick, breathe. 2, kick, breathe. 1, kick, and gently lower it all the way down. Release left cheek to the mat. Allow the arms to rest alongside the body. Allow the feet to splay. Let's take a big breath in. Another big breath out. Excellent. Chin to the ground for our second round. Bend the knees. This time, turn the palms of the hands down to the ground so the thumbs are pointing out. And then from here, just reach back and grab for the big toe side of the feet. So the inner edge of the feet. I like to place my thumb between my big toe and second toe. I feel like it gives me a really nice grip. Squeeze the feet together. Squeeze the tush. Same concept. Take a big breath. And exhale, kick, kick, kick. Breathe. 3, kick, 2, kick, 1, kick, and with control, lower it all the way down. Right cheek to the ground. Allow your shoulders and arms to splay to the side. Let's take a big breath in. Big breath out. Palms of the hands down. Press yourself back into a child's pose. You can readjust yourself on the mat here. And just rest your forehead down for a moment. And just give yourself an opportunity to release whatever tension you might be experiencing. Again, that is a very intense posture. It can bring up a lot, so just give yourself an opportunity to breathe here. Really nice. Let's come up into a seat. You did amazing. We are moving ourselves forward into a seat, so you could just kind of slide your feet through. Coming into half Lord of the Fishes, cross the right ankle over the left leg, and you'll bring the left ankle outside of the right glute. Right hand behind your back. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, hook the left elbow over the right knee. Maybe you can extend the left arm forward to cup the left knee with the left hand and look over the right shoulder as you breathe here for 3. Another 2. And let's take another big breath in. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, unravel the arms, and we'll just switch off the legs. So the right ankle outside of the left glute, left ankle over the right thigh, left hand behind your back. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, hook right armpit over the left knee, and maybe you can reach forward and cup the right knee with the right hand and look over the left shoulder as you breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. And let's take another big breath in. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, unravel the twist and extend your legs forward for Paschimottanasana or forward fold. We'll take an inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, grab a hold of your big toes with 3 fingers and pull yourself forward into that forward fold as you breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. And we'll take another inhale. Beautiful. With your next deep breath, you'll start to kind of roll yourself back up into a seat. Scoot your hips forward, bend into the knees, hands behind your back, or behind your thighs rather. We'll take an inhale to lift your chest. And as you exhale, roll down 1 vertebra at a time. And we will finish off our practice with happy baby. Let's hug the knees to the outsides of the torso. Reach through the inner edges of your thighs to grab for the outer edges of your feet. Kick the feet up, keeping the knees bent. And find a gentle sway from side to side. You're welcome to maybe extend one leg as you kind of rock to its side, and then the other. And just kind of alternating between bending and extending your legs. You're also welcome to just stay on your back and extend both legs. I really love this variation. It really helps to encourage the lower back to stay rooted on the mat. And we'll breathe here another 2. Let's take another inhale. And as you exhale, both knees will bend and we'll give ourselves one final squeeze. Hug the knees into the chest. Inhale here. And exhale, release it all the way down for Shavasana. The legs will extend all the way forward. The arms will extend along the sides of the waist. Let's take a big breath in from the nose. Big sigh out. Big breath in from the nose. Big sigh out. And again, another inhale. And exhale. Lying back here, allow yourself to soften into the mat beneath you. See if you can feel your heartbeat beneath your chest. And allow that to be a reminder of all that love, all that light, all that heart that you just poured out on the mat. Give yourself a little bit of credit where credit is due for having shown up with so much integrity. And giving yourself room to breathe and move and connect to your heart. We'll take an inhale here, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms back overhead. And then roll over to your left side for a fetal position. Slowly start to come back up into a comfortable seat. We'll collect the palms of the hands together at the heart and take one final cleansing breath as we inhale through the nose and sigh it out. Inhale the thumbs to your third eye, recognizing mind, intellect, intuition. Exhale, bow the chin to the chest, recognizing light, life, and love within. Thank you so much for taking the time for yourself, practicing, moving your body, and for allowing me to guide you. I really hope that you enjoyed this floor bow sequence, and I hope that you were able to kind of create that internal dialogue that we were talking about in the beginning of the practice, to create a little bit more awareness in the body, to be able to differentiate between effort and force, and that it just felt good overall. So if it did feel good and you like this video, please share it with a friend or a family member. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.